Good smallmouth. Good one. This is a good smallmouth. Stay pinned. What's good, YouTube? Up here in the mountains. Decided to come up here today instead of fishing like around closer to the house because, you know, there's shade up here and unfortunately summer is still here. And that sucks because it's hot. Anyway, like I was saying, I only got about 2 hours to fish, and I'm going to play it a little bit safe because this water is a little bit cleaner. Usually, like we've had quite a bit of rain lately, it's a little bit dingy, but it's still really clear like these mountain creeks usually are. So I'm going to rig up one of my braid fluorocarbon setups, tie on some baits that I have recently bought and want to try out and see if we can catch a couple fish. Hopefully some smallmouth and big rock bass, but really I will take whatever is willing to bite. So let's get on the water. All right, we're in our first spot, and I'm just going to kind of sniff around here, see if I see anything. Well, there's something moving right there. See if I see anything swimming around before I get up here and cast, because you kind of want to scout these clearer streams. Like this is dirty compared to what it usually is, but I can still see the bottom almost all the way across. But what we're first going to be using is a little bitty Finesse TRD Ned rig by Z-Man. Been tinkering with getting some for a long time, and I finally broke down and bought some a while back. So we're going to use them and see what we can catch. And as small as these things are, I think they're like 1.75 inches. There ain't much that couldn't get that down. And I could have chose a better color shirt to be doing this in, because if you can see the fish, they can see you. But hopefully it ain't too big of a deal. Got that one. What that ain't is a smallmouth. What it is, chill. What it is a very pretty rock bass. He was not hooked all that well on that little 1.5 or 1.75 Ned rig. Let's get us a picture real quick. Send it back. Now I don't fish Ned rigs a lot just because they're so snaggy, but they are a really good presentation for, you know, super clear water, super finicky fish. Now I got to remember I can't stay in this spot for too long because I've only got about 2 hours to fish, and there's several other spots that I want to hit. Got it. This one's nicer. And wow. Woo! Other trout fishermen are going to lose their mind over this because I don't have my net with me. But well, he got off. I did touch it, so it counts. It was a pretty good sized rainbow. It's probably a pound or so. Good fish, good fish. Ooh, I have to watch where I cast over there. I almost got it in the tree. Got it. Don't know what that is, but we got it. It ain't real big. But it is a very, very, oh, he got that thing down. Very colorful redbreast. Get a picture real quick before I forget. If you're new to the channel, I take pictures of every fish I catch because I have a logbook, and pictures are the easiest way for me to keep track of what I catch, or at least until I update my logbook. Alright, we're back at our vehicle retime before we move on to the next spot, and I figured I'd go over the knot that I use as the improved clinch knot for, you know, connecting my leader to whatever I'm using. The knot that I use for my connector knot, which you probably can't see that microscopic little knot, is the Alberto knot, or sometimes the improved Alberto knot. Where, and what I mean by improved is after you wrap it down 6, 7, 8 times, or well, 7 to 8 times, and then wrap it back up same amount of times, you put the line through the loop that you form with your leader in the same direction that the main line's coming through it. Well, I'll loop it back through there, so it's technically wrapped twice. But anyway, back on topic. The knot that I used for 9 times out of 10 in most situations for tying on my lure is an improved clinch. You stick it through the eye of the hook or whatever, wrap it 5 to 6 times, and then the loop that you make right there at the eye of the hook, pull the line through there, and then loop with your finger, take that tag in, loop it back through there, and that's kind of what your knot's going to look like. Wet it so that it doesn't burn your line. Take your pliers that you just about can't find and just snip that off there. Now, if I'm using a monofilament leader, I'll just use the clinch knot. I'll use just the plain clinch knot because monofilament doesn't slip as bad. Dang, those hooks are sharp. The monofilament doesn't slip as bad when tying the clinch knot as bad as the fluorocarbon does. And then we'll just tie her on there and be good to go. Now, with these little micro finesse Ned rigs, I don't know if y'all can see it, but like right here is where the little ribbing on the upper part of the bait is. If you run your hook out halfway through that little egg sac between the little dimples and the ribbing on the top part, it'll come out perfect. Like no weird bends or anything like that. But with Z-Man style baits, you can take them out and re-rig them multiple times over, not have to worry about it. Alright, second spot. I normally don't do too well at all in this little pool right here, but we're going to give it a few minutes. Now, these next 2 little drops right here, I tend to do pretty good in, but since we're kind of limiting ourselves on time, I'm not going to bounce around too many spots. Now, can't keep my bait in place. Can I get over there without getting soaked? I mean, it ain't the end of the world if I get these shoes soaked, but I would prefer not. Oh, well, there goes one. Oh well. I also don't have a net with me. I didn't think nothing about that. And I looked at 2 that were in my vehicle when I came up here. I see a bunch of little fry swimming around here. Ain't no telling what they is though. Oh, we got one. Chill, hombre. Well, he got off and decided to spider water all in my face and all over me. But it counts. We touched it. Yep. You ain't getting off. And you were even, like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's how well he was not hooked. Pretty rock bass. I don't know what that was dripped off of him, but I hope it ain't what I thought it was. Because y'all spawn should have already been over with. We're going to get you back. Belly flop, sorry. Oh, 2 deer running across the top of the ridge up there. That makes 3 deer that I've seen today. I passed one on the way up here and then those 2 there. Got one. Thought I was snagged. You know, these rock bass are really liking this micro finesse Ned rig. Very pretty fish. I like rock bass. Alright now, where's my camera? Kadoosh. That was a submarine dive right yonder. Oh shoot. I got a good bite right there and set the hook and thought my Ned rig or my leader connecting knot came undone. Either way I missed the fish, so yay. Oh, hey, I got something nice. I almost missed this one. I felt it hit. Chill. I felt this one hit and I thought I'd missed it. Well, it was swimming with it. Alright, we'll have to be making our way back here in just a second. Ooh. That one picked it up and just went off with it. He's like, nope. You can't have it back. And I thought that was the one I just released, but that one's got a different, that one's got a sore on its lip. Alright, on that fish, we are going to make our way back to the vehicle. Well, this doesn't look familiar. See that sign right there? Yeah. Watch this next clip. That was from the last time that I was up here when I knew I shouldn't have bothered because I got caught in a thunderstorm. I got wet. Oh, this spot's a lot deeper than I thought it would be. Maybe there'll be something big and hungry in there. You know what I mean, Vern? You picking up what I'm putting down? Are you smelling what I'm stepping in? Ooh, good smallmouth. Good one. This is a good smallmouth. Stay pinned. stay pinned. I'm only using like a 6-pound fluoro leader, an 8-pound braid. Come on, tire out, tire out. He just puked up a shad or something. Or not a shad, but a shiner of some sort. Alright, let's bring you in. Oh shit. The drag's still too loose to pick him up over this bank. Dude, what a hoss of a smallmouth. And go figure, I don't have my net or my scale with me. But that is a good smallmouth for this creek. Got some messed up spots on its tail. That's probably close to 2 pounds. 1 3/4 pounds, 2 pounds. Let's get it back. Highlight of the trip right there. Woo! As old Richard Jean, the fishing machine, would say, hey, I mean, woo. Nope. That was awesome. This little redbreast ain't putting up a heck of a fight, but that was awesome watching it. Whew, it's getting warm out here. Tell y'all what, I don't need any more fish spit being thrown in my face. There we go. Good redbreast. But what happened there was I'd cast it on the other side of this. Like y'all probably can't see it, but there's a little log that's angled this way, and I went to pull it over it, and that redbreast chased it up and over that log. Well, that was thoroughly surprising. I've been needing a good sized fish for a while, because hammering bluegill and redbreast and stuff like that out of local creeks, it gets old pretty quick. But that smallmouth was definitely a fun ride. It's pretty rare that you catch one. It's a deer. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's right there behind me. Anyway, before I was interrupted by that deer, that's like the 4th one we've seen today. It's pretty rare to catch a smallmouth that size out of this creek. I have caught a few bigger, and I have seen videos of some that are way bigger. If I can find the videos, I'll leave a link to the channel and the videos. But anyway, I want to go over real quick the rod we're using. It's kind of my all-around just panfish creek rod for, you know, a little bit of everything. For the type of fishing I do, this is most of the time what's going to be with me. You've seen it in the videos before. It's a Dobyns Fury 661 Lite. It's a one-piece light power rod. A lot of backbone in this rod. As y'all can kind of tell in the video when I was fighting the smallmouth. Tons of backbone in this rod, but it's got a super soft tip to get those real finicky bites. Really short butt section. I really like that because you don't have it getting a hold of, you know, whatever you're wearing or stuff in your kayak if you're kayak fishing. The reel is, in my opinion, the best reel that you can get for that $100 price point, and that is the Shimano Nasci. This is the 1000 size. I've got it spooled up with some 8-pound Daiwa J-Braid, the X8, which is a lot smoother. It's a lot better for casting super small baits, finesse kind of things. Got it the main line, the J8, down to a fluorocarbon leader that's the same length of the rod, which is kind of my rule of thumb when I'm putting a leader on any of my setups. If it's for, you know, the general clarity of the water that I'm fishing in a lot of the places, I try to put the same length of the rod but fluorocarbon on my line as my leader material. So I've got on this one 6.5 feet of fluorocarbon. If I got 7 foot, I'll have 7 foot of fluorocarbon. If the water is super clear, I'm talking like gin clear, I'll use anywhere from about 10 to 14 feet on my fluorocarbon leader. But generally 6.5, well, 6 to about 7.5 feet is about all I ever use in length of my fluorocarbon leaders. And the bait that did all the damage today, the Z-Man TRD Finesse Ned Rig. That is a 1 3/4 inch bait, and I think that is a 1/20 ounce chartreuse head. I've noticed, especially up here for smallmouth or just rock bass in general, there's smallmouth, spotted bass, rock bass, stuff like that in here. Chartreuse is a enemy of theirs for some reason. I don't know what it is. They just do not like chartreuse, and I think that contrast of the chartreuse on the green pumpkin body just gives them something to be mad about. Anyway, this outro has gone on long enough. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Oh, and before I forget, there is one very special person that watches this content that it blew my mind when I found out that they do. And that is the fishing machine himself. I ain't lying to you. I mean, dadgummit, woo! Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Daggum Burstle's gonna see this video and be up here catching all my fish.